Hello everyone. I just wanted to do a real quick video, a response to the discussion 4 on the best and worst sites and best practices in response to the reading and the video and your own research. And make sure that you do read the directions carefully on these assignments. As you can probably tell by now, I'm a real stickler for you following the directions, and so some of you, if you don't have any citing of your sources, and I'm not real picky about how you cite your sources here, but as long as you cite them, such as here Grace just showed how where she found her research on effective web design, or you can include it within the text, however you choose to do it, as long as it's there. And I want to just bring out 3 examples of yours. You all had some good comments, and I appreciated the wealth of resources that you've added to my list of online articles to go to about web design. So be sure to peruse all these postings from your peers and read those articles, and they're really helpful as you begin to design your site. So let me bring up, start with Alan's best site choice here, Big Apple hot dogs, and I just want to start with the logo for this company. They chose a mascot logo, which can be really successful to bring out character and bring some humor to a product or to a company brand. And so with Big Apple hot dogs, they've got their apple mascot, but it's clear what the name of the company is and what they do or what they sell. So Big Apple, and they sell hot dogs. And then when you go to their website, you land on this big map with the address of the restaurant or stand. And then there's also clear directions here. It says click to see more of Big Apple. So I know to click on it. Then there's arrows so that I know I can scroll. There's navigation menus here that I can find out more about them. So it's really easy to navigate. It's really clear who they are. Their brand is carried throughout as well as the color. And then I can go back to the logo and go back to their home page or landing page. And it's very straightforward on this page who they are and what they do and where they are. And then I'm going to go to his worst site choice here, Water on Wheels. And that is a couple of things I want to point out here. So first of all, their logo, the concept is really unclear, so I'm not sure why they've got the fire coming out. I guess that's supposed to be the tire, but still doesn't seem to go along with water. So I think the logo execution is not too bad, but the concept is not very strong. Whereas their main image here on this site, the concept is okay. It's conserving soil water, so they've got a picture of the greenery on the field and then a water droplet. But here's a case where the execution really looks amateur, and you know, if they're not, the designer is not really adept at these special effects using Photoshop, then perhaps you shouldn't use them. So this is where we've got some execution problems, and you really want to avoid looking amateur, but you want to maintain a professionalism on your site. Then I want to go to the appeal. We had several people pick out the appeal. I know there's several of you who are part of the appeal, and I think that's great. I highly recommend that you be a part of the appeal as a student-run organization, and it's they do some exciting things. I've had several students involved with that. And so their website, look, they've got an animated GIF. And here this animated GIF is working because it allows the viewer to see multiple images without having to scroll around, but it's all right there in the animation. So I think that's working quite well. And they've got their navigation elements here. And then if you scroll and you can see that this is a WordPress site, so it's fine to use templates. For in this class you can't use WordPress, but outside of this class that's not a problem. But for this class we're just going to learn how to build your own sites. But you can use a template if you find one that you like. So the only thing with this site that I felt was not working as well is if you click to another page, you lose that navigation menu, and then you have to either go to back the back button or go to About Us, and then you can click on the logo here to go back to the home page. So it's just a minor detail, but I kind of like the visual navigation menu here. And that one was selected by Grace, and then she also, actually I'm going to move on to the next best site here, and then we'll go back to her worst site. So this one is chosen by Natalie. It's a photography website, and I want to talk about the logo too. So this logo is really working. It's a monogram because you've got the A and the M, but she's also got the full name and then a slogan or tagline so it's clear is she's a photographer. It's timeless wedding photography, and so you really know what her brand is and what this company is about. And then you've got some really nice typography and design details here with these navigation elements with the modern sans serif that's tracked out, and then you can click on these links. And that color, wow, is really brought out with that, even from the detail of the line on the top to these lines using that same color around the borders. It really has a feminine feel, which goes really well with being a site really for brides and weddings. And then you have a more traditional serif face for the body text here, and you can scroll down and look at, there's a lot more content, and you've got some italics mixed with the regular face of this serif font. So then I'm going to go back now to Grace's choice for her poor site, and that's this 007 museum, which when you click on it, you've got
Didn't know it,
this annoying audio that you can't turn off, and then this animation that's really not necessary because you've got 007 everywhere, and it just makes me want to click out immediately because I don't want to listen to that. So then I want to go to Ray's Weather, boonweather.com, and I think there were a couple of you or several of you who pointed this one out too, and there are a lot of problems here with, and let me just go back to the home page, where there's really no direction for navigation here. It's not intuitive for the viewer to know to click on these city or town names. So when I do click on it, there's so many navigation elements. There's one up here, there's one, another tier here, there's one down here, and there's just so many things competing with all the ad-driven design as well. So that could really use a design boost or reformatting. So I just wanted to point those things out, and I'm going to try to go back to our course page here and just talk about what's coming up in Module 5. And I just wanted to mention for Homework 7 books, when you watch the video, it'll make a lot more sense, but go ahead and delete the glossary text when you're doing your own formatting for the color chapter. Just delete that glossary text, and that's going to make it life a lot easier. And don't forget to add the section excerpt tag for the main section, because if you don't do that, then the background's going to drop to black and you won't be able to read your text. So if that happens, then you know that you didn't properly add the section excerpt tag, and go back and watch the video to find out how to do that. And that the video is located here on our Module 5 start here, and I'm working on an updated video, so make sure that you watch all of these videos to the end to find out how to add the section tags, but I just want to make sure I pointed that out. So again, this is just a video I've made just for this class, but go back and watch the other videos for the tutorials and so forth. Thanks.